My name is Aunt Bee, and I am a worker honeybee. We are inside Studio HoneyBee for an interview with me. But before we begin, may I get a drum roll? And if you could, put your wings together. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your backyard beekeeper.
Your backyard beekeeper here, and how about a round of applause for Aunt Bee, our guest today? Welcome to HoneyBeeMade.tv inside Studio HoneyBee. Thank you for joining us. If you are returning to our channel, thank you. If you are new to us, I hope that you find us both educational and entertaining. And please support your local backyard beekeeper right now and give that subscribe button down below a big old click. This is the place where we talk about honey, honeybees, and backyard beekeeping. Sometimes we're in the studio, and sometimes we are in the backyards of the Twin Tiers. When we come back, we will be continuing our interview series with a honeybee in the nursery and nurse bees. Today we are back in the studio on Mellifera Monday with an interview with a honeybee, part 3, in the nursery. And we are in the middle of a series called A Worker Honeybee as a House Bee, which is the first half or first 3 weeks of a worker honeybee's life. Let's recap. As we learned from Aunt Bee in part 1, the task during the first 3 days of a newly emerged worker honeybee is housekeeping first and foremost, where these newbies are in charge of getting their cells and other cells clean and in immaculate condition in order for the queen to lay more eggs in these cells. During part 2, we learned from Aunt Bee that days 3 through 16, honeybees will take part in undertaking duties. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. Oh, that's just a Monty Python thing. Sorry. Today, once again, we have Aunt Bee with us in the studio, and she's currently a house bee and very involved and active in the house bee activities. Welcome to our studio, Aunt Bee.
My pleasure, Burton. I really appreciate you having me in your studio.
Last week, we covered a lot of information about your undertaking duties, and we really appreciate it. Could you tell me more what the next task might be as you take on as a newbie?
Well, Burton, as we mark the 4th day of our life, we will become nurse bees and take on nursing duties.
What do the nursing duties include?
Well, we feed our larvae a mixture of pollen, honey, and royal jelly. Of course, royal jelly is for just 3 days, unless we need a new queen.
Yes, I actually knew that about the royal jelly. All larvae get fed some royal jelly, but only for 3 days. We actually have a video episode coming up very soon devoted just to royal jelly.
In addition, on average, us nurse bees will check on a single larva 1,300 times a day. Remember that sometimes our house bee activities do overlap as we share in getting the job done. So I may be dragging out our dead and taking care of our larva. Go team!
That's the latest buzz from Studio HoneyBee with Aunt Bee and your backyard beekeeper, and we'll catch you on the bee side.